German hang progressions. The German hang is a very deep shoulder extension stretch that many people try to progress too fast, and they end up getting injured. I do not recommend you rush this movement. Even if you have good shoulder extension, you should start at level 1 and slowly progress over weeks, if not months. The German hang requires both strength and mobility. Getting into the German hang requires the ability to kick to inverted. As simple as it looks, often people struggle here. As you progress in the German hang levels, the height of the rings will increase and the kick up will require more force. Over years of teaching the German hang, this is the simplest entry for most people. Stand with the straps vertical and the feet directly under the straps. Hold the rings with a pronated grip, palms facing down, and the elbows pointing down to the floor. Push down on the rings so you feel tension in the triceps and shoulders. Next, lift one knee to the chest. From here, you must continue to push down on the rings as you lean the shoulders back and use the foot on the floor to push the hips up so you can jump to inverted. Notice that the arms move from being bent to being straight, and both knees are pulled into a tuck position, knees to the chest and heels to the butt. If you imagine a clock face, the hips and shoulders are always opposite to each other. When the shoulders are at 3 o'clock, the hips are at 9 o'clock. And then when the shoulders are at 6 o'clock, the hips are at 12 o'clock. Before we get into the levels, it's important to note the different hand grips in the German hang. The end goal is to hold a German hang with a pronated grip, palms facing down to the floor. However, this places a significant load into the elbow joint and can often cause pain or even injury if the connective tissue of the elbow is not strong. It's best to start with a supinated grip, palms facing up towards the sky, as this will protect the elbow. To strengthen the connective tissue of the elbow, you will need to train the biceps, triceps, and muscles of the forearm. Once you are inverted, you want to keep the arms straight as you roll the hips through and lower the feet towards the floor. Each level of the German hang has a slightly different shape here. Level 1 is the easiest option and where everyone should start. The rings must be set to a height that allows you to move into a deep shoulder extension and place the feet on the floor. Once you have the feet on the floor, you want to try and lift the chest up to face the horizon and retract the shoulder blades behind the back. Try to squeeze the rings towards each other behind the back to deepen the stretch in the chest, shoulders and biceps. You can experiment with the pronated and supinated grip here and feel the difference. If you feel pain in the elbows, you should stick with the pronated grip, palms facing up. Having the feet on the floor allows you to start stretching the shoulder extension position without placing your entire body weight into the stretch. You can bend the knees and sink into a deep stretch and slowly allow the connective tissue in the elbows and shoulders to adapt to this position. After holding the stretch for the prescribed time, you can stand up and easily walk out of the stretch. Level 2 increases the intensity by keeping the feet off the floor and remaining in a tight tuck shape. The knees are pulled to the chest and the heels are pulled towards the butt. Notice that the rings are set to a higher level so that you have room to lift the feet off the floor. Again, you want to try and lift the chest up to face the horizon while squeezing the rings together behind your back. This will increase the intensity of the stretch significantly because now you are holding your entire body weight. If you start to feel any pain, you should place the feet on the floor and return to level 1. After holding the stretch for the prescribed time, you want to place the feet on the floor, stand up, and easily walk out of the stretch. Level 3 increases the intensity even more by straightening the legs and increasing the lever length. You want to set the rings even higher so that the legs can be straight and not touch the floor. As you lower into the German hang, you can flex at the hips and be in a slight pike shape, or You can extend the hips and try to set a hollow body shape. I find the hollow body shape increases the stretch on the shoulders. Experiment with the body shape and find what works best for you. After holding the stretch for the prescribed time, you want to place the feet on the floor or an elevated surface so you can stand up and easily walk out of the stretch. You can play with the pronated and supinated hand position at all levels, but if you feel pain in the elbows, I suggest you stick with the pronated palms up grip and lower the chances of an injury. The German hang is a great exercise for improving shoulder extension mobility, and it's also a key position in the skin the cat exercise. I like to build my clients to a level of being able to hold the level 2 German hang position for 45 seconds to 60 seconds before they start working on the skin the cat progressions.